Are you wondering what it's like to be cruising in the Mediterranean after COVID? Well, right now we are on board the Costa Fascinosa and it's May
2022, and there's gonna be lots of changes. Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, I'm Rick.
And I'm Andrea. And today we're gonna tell you how it is cruising after the pandemic. And as we said before, we are on board of the Costa Fascinosa for a 2 weeks cruise in the Mediterranean, and there's lots of changes, very good changes on the way we cruise now.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not just on Costa. It's we've seen this on other ships, and it seems that everything is just getting much more like it was before.
Very relaxed. So let's begin from embarkation.
Embarkation. It was a snap.
Absolutely. So no more testing at embarkation. So you have to take a test before at home, 48 hours before departure, or if you're boarding in Greece, 24-hour prior departure. As long as you're negative, good to go.
Of course, just check with your cruise company before, obviously.
Obviously.
But yeah.
Still, vaccination is required.
Yes, you still have to be vaccinated.
Vaccinated?
So if you haven't been vaccinated, this is not the year to be cruising.
No.
No.
At least 2 doses or 1 dose if you had COVID in the past.
Or Johnson & Johnson.
Or Johnson & Johnson.
Exactly. But always check with the cruise company.
Always check with the cruise line.
Okay, so next is another one that has been very polarizing with me, and that's mask wearing. So the rule on board Costa is that if you're in a particular country and they require it, then they require it on board as well. Here in Italy,
Yep, mask wearing is not required inside, and you do not to wear a mask inside. However, they recommend to using.
yes, and we were in Greece.
We're in Greece, and in theory we had to use the mask indoor, but it's not enforced at all. So it's very, very relaxed.
Nobody seems to mind.
Exactly. The only people that have to wear one mask all the time, and not just a mask, but an N95 or FFP2, like you call it here in Italy, is the staff. Staff are still required to wear a mask all the time.
Yeah.
And in theory, you have to wear a surgical mask at the theater. But again, not very enforced at all.
And it's been very safe. I mean,
Yeah.
we
problems
haven't
so
heard of
far.
any problems whatsoever on board.
Yeah. So
And we've looked at other cruise lines, and it seems that they all seem to be very similar.
Yeah.
So mask is like a recommendation.
recommendation, exactly. Lots of people wear the mask when there's lots of people around, but yeah, it's up to you. It's a choice.
Exactly.
Okay, another thing that is different from our previous cruises during the pandemic is there's no more mandatory temperature check on board. So remember our past cruise when we actually received a letter that because we didn't check our temperature? Yeah, that's not required anymore unless you are in Spain. In Spain, they still require a temperature check. So the night before reaching Barcelona, we had to check our temperature, but that's only time in 2 weeks.
More like a game, actually.
Exactly.
More like a game.
It's like, oh well, if you want, but still, if you want to do it, up to
of
you.
course.
But it's not mandatory anymore.
Sure.
So another thing is gone.
Gone.
Temperature check.
All right, so next on the list is about testing on board. I always thought it was a little peculiar that we would have to be tested sometime mid-cruise or sometimes multiple times through the cruise. No more.
Yes.
We that's it. Testing is gone. They test the crew.
That's the crew.
They test the crew
And
3 times a week.
They test you if you're symptomatic. But
Yeah.
unless you're symptomatic, no more testing.
Exactly.
Done.
So if you're symptomatic, maybe stay in your room.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah. Yes.
just stay in your room.
But no, there's no more testing requirement, and that's it. You can still ask to be tested if you want before disembarkation, and they give you a free test, but it's not required. So
That's right.
that's it.
That's right.
Moving on with our list of changes on about cruising after the pandemic is life on board, which we are very happy to say it is almost back to normal. I
Yeah.
would say 90% or 95% back to normal. So party are mandatory. Dancing
Parties are mandatory. They want
I
you to
don't
go.
go to a party. Dancing is strongly encouraged.
Yes.
People are encouraged to be like social and be back to have fun. So from that point of view, thumbs up.
Yep.
We really, really enjoy the feeling on board of being almost back to normal.
Okay, so next, all of the social distancing stuff
Gone.
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 No more. Do not sit here, or do not pee here. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
In the
yes,
bathrooms.
but no one.
Do not wash your hands here. Gone.
Gone.
All of that is done. And you know, in Italy, social distancing was
Yes,
more
it
about.
was a little wonky, but
Yeah.
And same thing in the elevator. No more social distancing. As many people as you can.
I can't play Dance on My Dot anymore.
No.
It was
no.
fun. It was fun while it lasted, but
Right
no
now,
more.
no more. You can go as many people in the elevator as you can. So another good thing.
Yes.
Moving on, capacity. The ship seems to be running at low capacity again, but we don't know if this is because of lack of interest in this cruise or mandatory low capacity. We do not know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's less people than it should be, but it doesn't really feel that bad.
No, it's fine. And I actually don't mind
Yeah.
having a lot of room on board to move around because, you know, if this ship was at full capacity, it would be a little bit tight.
Yeah.
So,
So low capacity, but we don't know why.
yeah. And last but not least, excursions. Practically back to normal.
Yes.
Oh, one little exception. So we still have to wear masks on the
bus.
bus to and from wherever
The
it is
ship.
that we're going, right? But it doesn't seem to be, how would I say it?
Enforced.
It's not really enforced. Everybody just does it. And
More out
that's
of habit,
fine.
I think.
Yeah, maybe more out of habit, exactly. Perfectly fine. No, I have no problem with that. But yeah, we can go out on our own.
Yes.
We can do what we want.
You can explore port completely autonomously
exactly.
if you want.
Exactly.
And everything.
I can go pee on an excursion if I want to without being told.
Being told.
I cannot. You guys remember that video
Yep.
earlier this year? So that's quite good. I think
Yes,
that's very
that's really
encouraging.
good. So excursion back to normal. You can go and do your own thing or pick an excursion and have fun. So yeah, that's about it on our list of changes in cruising in 2022. I think is a very good changes that are implemented, and we look forward to have more fun on board.
If you want to come to Europe and do a cruise in the Mediterranean, now is a great time to do it while the prices are still low.
Absolutely. Okay, folks. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on our next video.
You bet. Bye.
Bye, guys.